All right, it is day two. I'm sitting here about 8:30 in the morning on Monday. And yesterday I accomplished quite a bit. I got about 30 measures of music written and orchestrated. There's still some work to be done on that, but the goal today is really to just kind of flesh out in detail what I've worked on so far and maybe progress a little bit. Getting to measure 40 or so would probably be reasonable goal. So we'll play around with that. I foresee having most of the day today to be able to work and not having to leave like I did yesterday. So we'll just see where we go from here. Day two. All right, I'm at my composing desk now, and I've kind of given it the morning listen. And the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a little bit of score study, and I'm going to turn to one of my old favorites. Wow, that's backwards on there. Gurrlieder. And not that I'm trying to go huge, but I just absolutely love the opening textures of Gurrlieder and what Schoenberg does just with the orchestration of the different flute parts and the interweaving harmonies. So I'm going to spend a few minutes looking at that and just kind of reacquaint myself with that particular texture. All right, it's about 10 in the morning now. I've been at work for roughly an hour and a half on this piece. And what I've done so far is essentially just build up accompaniment texture to the last 8 bars I wrote last night. It's a complex texture. I always like a complex background. Just kind of, it gives it... there's a tactile feel to that. I guess I can go ahead and play what I've got so far, all the way from the beginning to what I've just finished, and we'll see how it goes from there. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. There's something quixotic in its nature. You never know what it's going to do, so we'll give you a listen. All right, it's just about noon now. I'm going to be taking a lunch break here pretty soon. I've gotten now to about the 34 measures completely written and orchestrated in the piece, and it's coming along pretty well. Goal today, I'd like to get maybe to about 40, so it's another 6 bars. That puts me, well, 40% of the way through the piece, so that's not bad for 2 days. The one thing I'm struggling with right now is I'm very much a composer who likes doing things in small bits, to not have everybody playing all the time. But the problem with a junior high band is there's one of writing for junior high kids' behavior, and it's nothing against junior high kids. I've worked with them a long time. It's just they're kinetic and they need something to do, and that's the thing I'm struggling with right now, is making sure everybody has something to do, but not get this thick, soupy sound that so many junior high band pieces have. And that it may be the greatest challenge in writing for a younger group, is the balance between what the kids need and what the music needs, and it's not easy. So I'll come back with an update later this afternoon. All right, it's just a little bit after 4 in the afternoon. Had a little emergency I had to take care of. Nothing like sitting in a doctor's waiting room to get some good composing done. So I have just basically started taking a pad of paper everywhere I go, and if I have a chance to just sit down and write, that's what I'm doing. And I was able to write out the next 8 bars in general, and this is going to be a nice big oboe feature. In fact, oboe and English horn duet be quite lovely. Very different character. Finally bringing in a B melody to the piece, so we'll get a second melody coming in. It gives me another 8 bars, puts me up at, what is that, 42 measures, I think, now? Something like that. Yeah, right at 42 bars. So, and that gets me about 2.5 minutes of music. 42, yeah, I'm sitting right at a third of the piece done. I'm quite happy with that. In fact, that's a little bit over a third of the piece done. So in 2 days, not bad. Might give a little taste here in a little bit, but I've got a little bit more work to do in these last 8 bars to just kind of fill in some of the supporting texture. So get that done and then see where we are. All right, it's about 8:45 at night on day 2. I've gotten a good chunk of this piece taken care of. I've advanced all the way, measure 42, measure 44 or so. Everything's fully orchestrated, fully textured. I'm going to try and sketch out the next 8 bars tonight before bed, which will take me into the mid-50s measure range, which is the halfway point of the piece, which is exciting for 2 days of work to get halfway through an entire piece. But that's still to be seen. I think I know where I want to go. I just got to get there. It's about an hour after the last time I did an update, and the tired has gotten to me. Brain power gone. I have put in another 8 bars, just background trombone part, quasi melody. It puts me up to measure 54, which is over halfway through the piece. Tomorrow I'm going to work on those 8 bars to fill them out, but my brain is shot. It's 12 hours I've been working or thinking on it today. Yeah, I'm done.